Okay friends, this is my first video on the new computer, so didn't take me as long as I thought it would, although it has been an extremely frustrating process. In fact, I'm very frustrated right now because my words are backwards in my view. So when I'm looking at my computer screen, these words are backwards, but I tested it and it's not backwards for you. So we're going to start with a really simple project. I love my mini Mac, just so you know. I would highly recommend it. It's definitely a learning curve after only using Office products or Microsoft products before. So we're going to just do a couple of pieces of ephemera using some packages. So this is going to, because I'm behind in my scheduling and my filming, this is going to act as the second episode of our Crash Your Trash series, and it's also going to be ephemera for the Winter Garden Journal, which I have done nothing on. I literally have spent the last 5 days working through the computer issues, first with Dell and then with the Mac. So I feel like I'm on the other side, so we're going to go ahead and create this. This was a piece of, I've got a couple of pictures of what this packaging looked like before I started cutting my papers, because I wanted you to see all the bits and how I changed them. So, for instance, this one had a little flip out part here. I took that off because I don't need it. This is original to the packaging. I thought it was really pretty. It just looks like little books, so I went ahead and left that. So we're going to go ahead and start by making these little bits from recycled material. And I do apologize in advance for being off, because anytime I take a break from creating and I come back to it, it takes me a while to get in the hang of it and get used to the process and talking straight and all of that. So this one was a piece of packaging from a Penne Pasta Box. So I'm just going to set these little bits. You know my process. If you've been watching my channel, this is my little cluster. And so I'm going to set that aside. And so I've got my little pasta box, and I did turn it over, and that was just because I wanted to utilize the image that I had for underneath, if that makes any sense at all. I'm not sure. So I'm a little off. This is going to glue directly to the page, so I'm not going to put a back on it. I'm just going to, when we put it in the journal, it's going to be glued on 3 sides, this side, and then the bottom. And this is going to be the journal card that is going to go in it. And again, this is from My Porch Prints Winter Garden Kit. This journal will be a giveaway for the 1,000 subscriber, accomplishment, I guess is what you'd call it. So I will be looking at subscribers that are prior to when we went to 1,000 subscribers. So I won't be pulling subscribers that comment from after that, because I don't think that's fair to the people that have been around for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and start with inking this stuff up, and then we can get going here. So I will cut that out as usual, just so you don't have to watch that process. Okay, so that is inked up pretty well. I'm a little off because when I look at my screen, everything is backwards. So this is going to take some getting used to. But this is a simple project. As you can see, there is no cellophane or whatever that was in there, because it was all scratched up, probably from just being in my box of cardboard. So I do have a little piece of acetate, so we'll be using that. In fact, let's go ahead and glue that on first. So let me just cut this down a little bit. Sorry for the glare. I do love my computer, you guys, though. And I just have to share a moment of gratitude. So what happened with this is that my computer was just apparently, oh, my ring light's on. Let me turn that off. Come on. Off. Thank you. My new laptop was apparently bad from the start. So it just never worked right, and I've just fussed and fussed and fussed with it. And so I don't even remember what I was going to say about that. I don't know, guys. I am so scattered. And again, it's a work night. You know how that goes with me. It'll probably come back to me. Oh, I was going to share a gratitude. So I bought the old computer on November the 8th of this year of 2021. Not this year, 2021. And Best Buy had an extended refund, holiday refund available. And so I only had until January 16th to return this computer. And I returned it on, I think it was the 9th. I think it was January the 9th. So I still had about a week to go, but that was super close. And I'm so grateful that my computer crashed. Like, I would be so much up a creek right now in terms of a computer and all of that. So I'm so very grateful. So I'm trying to not push that down too much. I put way too much glue and I don't want it oozing through that other side. So I'm going to go ahead and be just very ginger with this. So anyway, I wanted to share you that. So it's sort of like that concept that when you're impatient, when you're driving because you got stuck in traffic, that can actually be a blessing in disguise, because it could be saving you from being in a worse accident. You know, if you're delayed in traffic, you might be missing something that's ahead that would be far worse than being inconvenienced. And that's kind of how I think about this thing that happened with the computer. It was really inconvenient. It was really frustrating. My brain is old, so it's hard for me to do these things. It's really, really hard. And so, but I'm so grateful that it crashed when it did. And I had to make that decision, and I just kind of dropped Dell like a hot potato, because they dropped me like a hot potato. They did not follow up. They did not provide a resolution or an option to return the computer or anything. So that was hard. But so yeah, things happen for a reason, guys. I've been thinking about that a lot, and thinking about like my attitude about being inconvenienced, and I just feel like there's something to be learned there about just accepting things as they are, and knowing that sometimes there are things that we may not see, you know, that's behind the scenes. So there we go. So we're just going to give that a press, and a little bit of ooze. I don't have any paper towel here. Let me see if I got one here that I can grab. So I'm just going to use my paper towel and just kind of push that down. It can be hard to kind of get things to stay in place when you're putting paper on kind of a shiny surface that's glossy. So that's why I'm kind of being careful here that I don't move that paper around. Although that was the art glitter glue, so it has a little bit of a faster sticking time. So I was able to order some from Amazon. I prefer it. I like Barely Arts for different reasons, but I prefer art glitter glue. So I was able to order some, and that was nice. Oh, I just bent that paper. Doggone it. Okay, so that's that. So now we've got our little window now. Again, sorry. And the other thing is my computer is over there that way, and my camera is right here. So I'm going to have to get used to it. I got a big monitor, so it's all different. So it's all we're going to do with this is we're going to put a little bit of a decoration on the side, and I forgot to grab something. So give me one quick second, guys. I need my bucket of items for the kit. So let me just grab that really quick. And let me see if I can find like a tab or something. I should be able to. Let's see if there's a tab in the regular kit stuff here. There should be. Oh, there we go. There's our tabs. Beautiful. Okay, so let's just set that aside for now. And I think I'm just going to decorate. I'm just going to put a cute little tab on the side of this and call it good. I think I like this one because it kind of got that pine cone thing going on. So with these, I don't fussy cut them as I cut them out. I just wait until I'm going to use them, and then I just fold them in half as evenly as possible so that I can just trim off those fancy edges pretty easily. So let me just do that really quick, and then we'll ink it up, and we'll be We'll do a little bit of a cluster on the front of this and we'll be done. And this, again, as I mentioned, is a new series called Crash Your Trash, where we're going to be using all the stuff that's in my bins of cardboard and packaging that I've been saving for so long here. So there we go. That's that. Just a cute little addition, not anything complex. So that's going to go inside the pocket like that. That might get a little hung up, but we'll be okay. So that's going to go there. So let's go ahead and I've got a little bit of a cluster here to decorate. So let's just ink these up and then we will put them together. So then we're going to just put our little sentiment on here. Oh, we've got another piece of lace I think I wanted on here. So let's just cut that a little bit. And let's see, like that. Put that on there. And our word. And then we're going to move on to the second project. And then I'm going to go to editing a real video. I did a test video and used all my software, so hopefully it'll be without incident, but you never know. There we go. So that is our little pocket. So it's going to be glued on 3 sides. And I don't need to worry about that side because it's going to be glued, it's going to be down. And then hopefully this is not going to be in the way. I might have to look at that and put something that's going to protect that edge, because when this journal card goes in and out, it can rough that up. So basically I made it so that in that window is that word. Isn't that so sweet? So that is that. So let's move on to project number 2. And this was a, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but they're called Gorgeous Girls, and they're stamps of these cute little girls. And we're going to use, I'm using that packaging. This is from one of the stamps. So I'm going to just take this cluster and stick it over there upside down. So I know that that's the order it's going in. We're making a vellum pocket. I'm going to use one of the envelopes from the kit to tuck in the pocket. We've got a couple of journaling cards. I tried to stay kind of with the theme of the paper that I chose just in this case, but I liked this because it's going to bring out the red and the burgundy in the books. So it's a great way to use trash so that you're not throwing it in the bin, you know. I created a little circle here. We're going to glue that together and create a little dangle or something. And I've got some string for that. And then this is this is going to be actually glued down like a pocket as well. So it's going to go up over the page. Let me just show you. Let's pretend this was actually the page. And so it's got a hard stop there right here. So I'm going to bump that. Actually, I'm going to go here. That's what I decided to do. I want that to stick up. So I want this to stick up out of the top of the journal. So this is how it's going to be glued on. So it's going to be glued on. Oh, that's, yeah. Oh, that's not going to work. It'll have to be glued on here. So I'll have to keep it low enough on the page so that there's not this much sticking up out of the top. But you guys will see that when I start putting the ephemera in the journal once I haven't even done the signatures yet. So basically this was original to the packaging. So this was all part of the packaging. And then the back this is the cute little gorgeous girl. Isn't she so sweet? So we don't need to put anything on the back because it's going to be a pocket. So it's going to be glued along, it's going to be glued along the top and then the sides. And I'm off camera again. The top and the side and the bottom. So I promise it'll get better as I practice doing this. It's just a whole new setup. So let me go ahead and ink this really quick and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so the only thing we have left to do is go ahead and fold this little envelope. Envelope. So I'm going to do that on camera with you. So I'm just going to fold this edge in. Gorgeous prints. I'm just going to use my finger to kind of crease that. Oh, this is a coin envelope, I think. I think so. And then we'll ink this one up and then we'll put it together. There we go. Okay, we're going to ink this up. I think I need to move the camera closer. I'm still playing, so I realized that because of the size of the computer screen, I had to take one of my shelves off that's in front of me, so my camera now sits even lower than it was before. So it is challenging. But in order to have the computer monitor at a place where I could actually work and edit and do all the other things I do in here, I had to lower it. Otherwise, I was going to be in bad shape with my neck. So that's why everything's feeling a little bit off too. So it'll get better, I promise. I'm just going to practice not really looking in the screen and just keeping myself centered here on my surface. So hopefully that will help. So that is that. So let's go ahead and glue this baby together. So we're going to go ahead and glue this piece of paper onto here, and I cut it to measure. I cut it to fit from this point down. So we're going to go ahead and use our, I think I'm going to use Barely Arts just because I want to have some time to move this around because it's a pretty big area. So okay. I get a little bit of wiggle room here. I'm just going to turn this a little bit so I can get it on here as straight as possible. Just going to wiggle. And again, perfection is not the name of the game, so don't worry if it's, you can always trim off either your base or your paper to make it work. So that's that. So again, this is going to glue onto a page. Probably across this line, excuse me. So let's go ahead and glue our pocket on. So we've got a piece of vellum here. So I'm going to glue it on 3 sides. I'm going to use the art glitter glue because it's got the small little tip on it. My art glitter glue has got the big tip on it right now. I need to fill my small bottle. I haven't done that yet. There we go. Get that down there and give it a good little push. I like to use a paper towel. There we go. So we're not going to stick anything in here because that's wet, right? So these are the 2 journal cards that are going to go in there. I will also ink the edges of the back. I'll just save that for off camera, as well as our little envelope. I'll put a cute little clip on it that will hold it closed. I like to leave them unglued so that the recipient can journal directly in them. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to do a hole in here with my Crop-A-Dile really quick. Forgot that I moved that, pardon me. And then I'm just going to grab an eyelet as well. I am a samey person, so when I move things, I get disoriented, so I do apologize for that. It's a little bit odd. So I'm going to get a couple little bronze ones here, little eyelets. And we already have a hole in this one, and I'm thinking that for the hole that's already here that was part of the packaging, sorry, I'm going to go ahead and just put an eyelet in there when I get to that point. But I first need to glue these together and then punch a hole in them. So I'm going to just do that really quick. Move these eyelets out of my way so I don't knock them over. So I just cut 2 circles out of a page from the kit, and I just am gluing them together. Creates a little bit of a more stable base here. Let me get my ink out here and go ahead and ink that up real quick. And then we can do I think I'm going to set this aside just momentarily to give that a chance to dry before I start putting, try to punch it, because sometimes the wet glue does not like that. So I'm pulling these bits forward. I'm going to go ahead and ink these as well really quick, and I will again speed through that. Okay, so that is pretty much done. So let me see if I can figure out how I wanted these arranged. It's been a while. Well, a while, it was last night, but you know, a whole day has happened since last night. So you probably know what I'm talking about, especially as you're getting a little older, things don't stay. I am by no means old, but I'm definitely feeling older. I think this is too, let's see what we have going on here. Nope, it needs to be big because it needs to go under. Oops, I want that up. Oh, I can't move it. Darn it. I'm going to tear this a little bit. That was a little bit too low on my page here, so I'm just going to improvise here. Yeah, that was way too low. I can't hardly see my music page, but that's okay. That happens. And then I always like to get a piece of the kit to just kind of tie it all together. Here I am using my Fabri-Tac just because this is that really porous paper I've talked about before. It's kind of got a canvasy feel or a really heavy cotton feel to it, so it needs a little bit more help being glued down. So, and then we're going to go ahead and put a piece of lace here. That's a little bit too big. And it's going to cover that up a little bit, but that's okay. It's for effect, and it looks really cool when it's done. I'm sorry if I'm too chatty and mumbly. It'll get better. There we go. And we're going to put this on. And then the last thing, we're just going to go ahead and put our eyelets on, punch our hole for an eyelet in that circle. And this says, share your sparkle. I love that. It seemed to fit this. I like it. So there's our little bits. So let me cover up my ink here. And then we're going to go ahead and punch our hole in this. So I'm going to get my Crop-A-Dile over here in view here. I'm not the expert on this, guys, so don't be taking lessons from me. So we first need our hole, which we want the 1/8 hole because it's the smaller hole. So I'm just going to stick this under here and see if I can moderately line that up. Get it in a good spot. Punch. And then you move this forward all the way to put the eyelets in. It looks like it might be, I'm just trying to see, it looks like it's the same size, so we should be good. Let's go ahead and put our eyelet in here first. Sorry, my phone's going off. That's strange because the sound is not on. So because of the way we're going to glue this on, I'm going to be okay to go ahead and if I was going to put this over the top of the page, I wouldn't want to put an eyelet here because it would be keeping that fastened shut, if that makes any sense today. Might not. Just going to put that in there, push it on through. There we go. Okay, that seems to be fine. Okay, so sorry guys, just giving that, I just wanted to make sure that that was the right setting. So I haven't used my Crop-A-Dile in a while, so I'm going to go ahead and put that eyelet in there and then put it in my little thing here. It might not be the right one still, but it's going to work. I'm going to go ahead and give that a squeeze like so. It looks good. So we're just going to take this and we're going to tie it on here. I might put a more of a dangle on it later, but right now I'm just going to tie it on with the string here. So I'm just going to go in the back. This one's rougher in the, oh, I didn't do that one. That one didn't get done. Hold on. Goodness gracious, Renee. There we go. That was just silliness. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and take this string through the hole. This is just some twine that has a little bit of a gold in it that I really like. Or silver, gold, silver. This one has silver. And we're going to go ahead and feed this through this hole. Hopefully get all the strings through, at least initially. We've got some silver going crazy. We might lose that silver. Yeah, we're losing that silver. It's not going to stay on. Let me just pull it off. That's okay. There's still some in there. It's just not as much. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie a little knot here. And then I'll trim off those raggedy edges. We don't need all that. Like so. There we go. I don't even think I need to do a double knot. So I'm just going to trim that off. So guys, while I'm chatting here at the end, I'm just going to put these journal cards in the pocket. And so again, this is a giveaway. It's a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to be doing a drawing for 3 prizes. So one is going to be the Winter Garden Journal. There will be another prize that will be a some kind of not an ephemera pack, but like a folio or an envelope journal or something. I don't know. It won't be this kit. It'll be something else. And then the other one will probably be a bundle of like some tags and journaling cards, a little bit more on the smaller scale. So the Winter Garden Journal is people in the United States and Canada are eligible for the big journal. So I have closed the giveaways to Canada otherwise. So, but I feel like a lot of my people that have been following me, encouraging me, and those kinds of things are my Canada friends. And so I want to make sure that this journal is also available for them in the drawing. So United States only for the second and third prize. First prize eligibility is the United States and Canada. So let me just stick these cards in here really quick, and then I'm going to let you go. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.